Konnichiwa. Watashi wa Joe desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. You want to learn Japanese. And many people make learning Japanese their New Year's resolution, but most don't follow through. I've taught thousands of students Japanese over 15 years, and I've seen what works, what gets people to stick to their goals and achieve them. Today, I'll tell you the three things you need to learn Japanese in 2026. If you don't have them, don't bother. Let's talk about what actually works. Number one is commitment, not motivation, commitment. Right now, it's the start of the year, you're well rested, you've made your New Year's resolution, and your motivation is sky high. But as we know, a year can drag on, we get busy, and our motivation begins to wane, and our priorities change. Commitment is making Japanese language learning your priority. Not saying I'll learn Japanese one day, but saying I'll start learning Japanese today. Things like I'll learn hiragana by the end of January, or I commit to learning 5 kanji a day for 30 days, or I want to learn the N5 grammar in 90 days. These are commitments saying to yourself that this is the priority, and your motivation might be high or low over the course of time, but your commitment stays strong. If you have commitment, you're well on your way to Japanese language success. Number two is consistency. Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. When I lived in Japan and I was studying Japanese, I would go home after work and feel too tired to study. Every day I woke up and I thought, after work today, I will go home and I'll study because I want to learn. I'm studying for the JLPT N2. I want to learn. It's my goal. I've committed to this, but I get home, put my stuff down, make some dinner, eat it, relax, and end up not studying. What I did was instead, on the way to work, halfway between the flat I stayed in and the place I worked at was a cafe. So each morning I would make sure I stop in there, have a boiled egg and some jam on toast, a coffee to wake me up, and study. Some days I might have studied for 5 minutes, some days 30 minutes, or longer. But the key was it was a routine and it kept me consistent. The thing is, when we learn something, we immediately start to forget it. If we don't use it, think of it, apply it within 7 days, it will leave and we won't put it into our long term memory. We need to combat that with active recall. That is not just reading a vocab list, but using those words in speaking, using those words when we comprehend listening and reading passages. We need to activate the mind, activate those things we've learnt. And if we do that consistently, we can put them into our long term memory. So schedule your study, put it into your calendar, set aside 50 minutes a day or whatever you can manage, but keep it consistent. When someone says, do you want to jump online and play a game, or do you want to go out for a coffee? Say, no, sorry, I'm studying at that time. They won't think less of you. They'll be impressed by your commitment and consistency. Do that and you'll be well on your way to Japanese language success. And the third thing is community. Study after study show the same thing. Those who study with others have higher pass rates, better grades, and more motivation. One Australian study showed a 23% increase in pass rates when people studied with others instead of studying alone. A community gives us accountability, structure. It gives us people to learn with and share ideas and ask questions with. We feel less stressed and alone, and you have fun while learning. Unfortunately, not all of us have friends who are interested in studying Japanese, but it's easier to make Japanese language learners into study buddies than forcing our friends to share our commitment to learning Japanese. That's why I made a Japanese language learners community online so that people from all over the world can find others who have the same passion for learning Japanese, and we can motivate each other, encourage each other, and push each other to actually achieve our goals and become fluent in Japanese. If that sounds interesting to you, check out the link in the description. But for you in 2026, please have commitment, consistency, find your community, and you will succeed in learning Japanese. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Sayonara.